If you're watching this, you know you're in Antara Zook. Today I'm here to tell you about barbecuing. This is 101 on DESI barbecuing. As winter sets in, we must gather all our friends together, light a fire, and enjoy barbecue. Today, let me walk you through this amazing party idea. Every winter, we gather a bunch of our friends and then we do this barbecue. It's a great affair, and everyone becomes a part of it. Somebody is cooking, somebody is picking up, somebody is lighting the coal. It just becomes a beautiful weekend group activity. First, let's talk about how to set up your barbecue. Now, you can buy various different types of barbecue which is available in Indian markets today. I have a round oven type of barbecue, but you can easily buy one of these locally made seekh kebab stands which can also work as a good barbecue. Now let's talk about the tools. The first one being this chimney starter. You really need something like that for all your charcoal to light up evenly. The second one being the lighter blocks. Now, this is not mandatorily important. You can easily achieve the same effect with a folded up newspaper. Once your coal is all evenly lit up and you can start seeing it all red, it's time to put it in your grill. Of course, my grill is freshly scrubbed and wiped right. It is a good idea to let your grill heat up before you start adding meats and vegetables to grill on it. While my charcoal grill heats up to a desired temperature, let me take you through the rest of my table setting. So instead of adding in anything which is unedible, I actually use herbs to lighten up my table. Along with the herb, which is just lying in some water, freshly plucked in the morning, I have some salads, which would be my tongue cleanser once you start smoking the meat and the vegetables. The first salad is a macerated strawberry. The second one is a pickled radish salad along with some onion rings. I've also got some cut up spring onions for garnish and two different kinds of oil, one for brushing with a brush attachment and the other one just to aid the cooking process. All the marinated meats and vegetables are kept separately, and the best part of barbecuing is that you can make your guests do a few things as well. Like, for example, I knew the party that I was hosting, people were as enthusiastic about cooking as I was. Hence, they all got some meat which they marinated themselves. This added a beautiful variety because everyone's hands and everyone's spice content is different, and it also created a very wonderful way for me to relax. Now, as your grill is heating up, it is time to brush it properly with some oil and start putting in meats which will cook faster and vegetables which would also pretty much cook at the same point of time. The first batch of grilling has to be fast, so make sure that you put only those things which cooks really fast. The guests have just arrived and they are all hungry and they are all drinking, so you need some snack on the way. Between the grilling sessions, it is a great idea to just cover the grill. If your barbecue doesn't have a cover like mine does, it's okay to improvise and just cover it with another cover like a kadhai ka cover or a wok cover. Keeping it covered makes it tastier and makes the meat more tender. I love grilling meats like pork belly, pork ribs, chicken, pomfret, and prawns, along with fresh vegetables like mushrooms, pineapples, and a host of peppers. Depending on your budget, you can include some onions or not. Of course, in the middle, you'll have to put in more coal. I would suggest that after the first starters have gone out, that is the perfect time to put in another batch of lit coal into the barbecue. Keep a chopstick handy so that you can evenly distribute the coal all through the grill. For children, you can also do a barbecue pizza, which they'll love. All you got to do is keep a pita dough ready. I have already shared a beautiful recipe for it. You can check it out on the link here or in the description box below. Follow the steps and keep the pita dough ready. As soon as you see the bubbles, go ahead with a fork, prick it, apply some sauce and some cheese, and voila! A barbecue pizza is ready. Also, along with pizza, I always keep a spaghetti on standby. I have a hack of a recipe. If you want the recipe, please mention it in a comment below and I will share it with you. Now, generally, you would find a whole roasted chicken. Mostly we take a whole chicken and put it in an oven. But I have been doing this exact recipe of smoking a full chicken for the past 2-3 years now. The flavor profile also, along with pizza, I always keep a spaghetti on standby. I have a hack of a recipe. If you want the recipe, please mention it in a comment below and I will share it with you. Now, generally, you would find a whole roasted chicken. Mostly we take a whole chicken and put it in an oven. But I have been doing this exact recipe of smoking a full chicken for the past 2-3 years now. The flavor profile is mind-blowing and trust me, you are gonna love it. All you need to make this is a good meat thermometer because you need to check whether the chicken is done or not. A good cover on your grill. You can even improvise and get it covered with a kadhai cover or a wok cover. And a well brined bird. Now I generally do a wet brining for overnight or maybe 2 days. But even dry brining would work. Also, as an FYI, the skin of the chicken is not to be consumed. I generally discard that. It's basically a way of creating this amazing juicy atmosphere for the meat to cook down. And I think a brownie is the best way to finish this party. So I hope you have liked all the tips and tricks and you are going to enjoy this wintry sunny days with barbecuing. Have a great winter. Cheers!